Hey, Krisha.
Hi, Frank.
It is the Krisha and Frank show, and thank you so much for watching this, for listening to this.
Yeah, I mean, we have some new listeners and some new followers, and people just keep poking in.
On Friday's show, we encountered a successful YouTuber.
Yeah.
Jason Stone is his name. And what I was curious about is how did he get to 2,000 followers? Has he been at it for years and years? No, just since the beginning of 2020. So he's amassed 2,000 followers on YouTube in 10 months.
And he's a dynamic character.
Yeah.
He is in recovery, so he has a lot to talk about. And he also, he lives and works in Sevier County, and so he's very
plugged in. Yeah, I found the one where he snuck into Dollywood pretending to be a landscaping crew, and he is making up these names, and the guards as the guards are escorting him out.
Yep, it's good stuff. So hi.
Hey, anyway, so thanks for watching and listening on all the different podcasting apps, like your friend Shannon.
Yeah, hi Shannon.
Let's mention that Shannon said she misses the Bob and Sherry program, which is a syndicated program out of North Carolina that used to be on in East Tennessee. But now our friend Oz has taken over that station and playing acid rock instead of Bob and Sherry. My wife, imagine the shock.
Yeah, it happened to me. The shock happened to me. Just popped in my car one morning, and here I am, ready to have a little, Jack Johnson drive me on into work. And it was like, ba-da-da-da-da.
No. There's some Johnson, and there's some Jack, but it's not the same. No, my wife was a big Bob and Sherry fan. I said, I'm also was on the radio at the time. And she's like, yeah. But
I hear you all the time.
But she loved those guys. And I'm friends with their producer, Bob, which is not his real name. I mean, Bob is his real name. They call him Max because you can't have Bob and Sherry and Bob.
Right.
So it's Bob and Sherry and Max. But they're gone, so we need to get Shannon to listen to us in the morning instead.
Hi, Shannon.
Because here we are. In fact, we're trying to be as Bob and Sherry-ish.
I don't know if I can pull that off.
No, probably not.
She's really sweet.
But she's the funny one on the show,
Oh, well, then I'm golden.
Boom! That's one of the great things about that show is they embrace the concept of the funny female, as a lot of shows, in radio. The girl
it's
is
called the ha-ha girl.
Yeah, or the giggle girl, I was thinking.
Giggle girl, ha-ha girl. Yeah.
Those shows are terrible.
And you hear, oh, boys, oh, guys. I
can't listen to that. Listen to that. I prefer a woman who has an actual sense of humor and can crack an actual joke.
Yeah, I mean, and unfortunately, there's a lot of those women do have sensitive humor and can crack an actual joke. It's just the format with which they're stuck.
Oh yeah, and then there's a meeting every Friday where they're told to do what you just did.
Yeah. You're talking too much. You have too much of an opinion. It's weird. It's like I've heard these things before.
Well, that's the reality of it. So, for any of you other Bob and Sherry former listeners,
laugh at these stolen men's health jokes.
Oh, that is such a pet peeve of mine. There are so many DJs. If you think your local DJ, all right, wherever you are in the country, if you think your local DJ is so funny and can write with perfect grammar and punctuation, you're probably wrong. Especially the grammar and the punctuation is the key. When you see a tweet, especially, or a Facebook thing, that is just written out just so, and everything about it is correct, copy it, paste it into Google, and hit search, and
it's men's health. It's a men's health joke.
Or men's humor is another one. Or there's different show prep services that. All right, I'm sorry, Phil Williams. I'm going to out you.
Oh.
When I worked with Phil, we signed up for a thing called the Complete Sheet. It's written by a friend of mine named Charlie Ranke in Burbank.
We use the Complete Sheet all the time.
A lot of stations use it. I mean, and it's not market exclusive.
Like,
so
we don't. I used to.
Yeah, dozens of radio stations use the Complete Sheet. And there's a thing in there where it's like, tweet this Tuesday. Right? Was that what it was called?
Yeah.
And they list a bunch of funny jokes that are written in Twitter format. And Jimmy from WIVK, when he was with Andy and Allison, used to just copy them and paste them and tweet them. Right. Phil reads the jokes verbatim, so he just reads the script.
And the thing is, like, there's nothing bad about that.
You're paying for the service,
right?
So that's what you're supposed to do. But if you think you've heard the same joke on two different stations, this is why.
And you've definitely heard the same callers on two different stations.
Oh yeah,
because they're just using a service.
I had a service for that. When I was doing a show. Well, I can't. Anyway. Let me let that one go.
we are off the rails, and
it made me feel better.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Because we were both a little.
I was on edge today. My thing was nothing life-shattering like yours, but mine was, I'm nervous about the back neighbors.
Yeah, they're doing some work back there.
And I am worried. I will tell you how I met these back neighbors, the new back neighbors, but I'm worried that they were going to start the whatever construction project today while we're doing the show, because at the time we were going to start, normally would start, I shouldn't say, I knew we were going to start whenever time this is, but at the time we were going to start, they're out there and there's some noise. It's noise. Oh. And now it's gone. It makes me wonder if maybe instead of them building a new fence or whatever it is that I'm going to get to, I think they might have just been flushing the manholes.
Flush the manholes again.
Back to the next street over, because it would make sense. They did my street a couple of weeks ago, and now they've worked their way over, and they'd be back to that street, which is completely it's a different zip code, you know.
No, right here.
That house right there is in a different zip code than my house right here.
Of course it is.
Naturally.
Welcome to Knoxville.
So, anyway, if they're just flushing manholes over there, I think maybe they've worked their way down the hill.
Yeah.
And we're done. And it's going to be quiet. We can do our show.
Yeah, because we're on the porch, y'all. Quiet down.
It's a little chilly.
They've been
I have to wear the flannel.
the city has been cutting the trees on my street. So the last 2 mornings I've woken up to I'm like,
The city cuts the trees?
I believe it's because I live in city.
I live outside the city limits. So we don't get some of those services, but I know that the utility board will come through sometimes.
It might be but
I
swear it was a city truck.
The city might be contracted to do that. But the reason might be having to do with the utility lines.
Well, when the cold front comes through and it starts getting windy and the leaves start falling, they start cutting the limbs so it won't fall on the lines.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And then, because if we get an ice storm, that would be...
And yesterday was windy.
I know, and I closed the pool just in the nick of time. Because I hate the pool closing, because to me it's death and sadness and funeral, and they pull the shroud. As you can see, the shroud has been pulled.
But, buddy, if you hadn't done it when you did...
Yes. I had the pool so pristinely clean when they showed up.
Awesome.
Because I had run the vacuum. I had been out there. I worked. I worked at it.
Good.
I think I got the...
Don't even talk to me about an arm. That's a whole nother story.
Well, that's what your anxiety is related to.
Yeah. I went to the doctor yesterday. Was it yesterday? I don't know. But I went to the doctor because I told you on a couple of podcasts, like I've been having some forearm pain. I thought I had tennis elbow.
Yeah.
I have inflamed tendonitis.
Oh.
And I have...
So did you call an IT person?
I did.
Okay.
I have a really large knot.
Yeah.
Right here.
That's what we thought was the arm cancer?
No.
Sorry.
And
Sorry.
it is
I'm really sorry.
It's
you just had
It is hard to even rotate my arm right now.
Okay. And this is from pulling the sets at Sweet Fanny?
This is because I'm 40 years old.
And a half.
I'm 40 and a half years old. And apparently, when you reach a certain age and you are just a human being, things start falling apart.
That is the truth.
And my arm has fallen apart. And there's nothing I can do except get cortisone or steroid injections. Because right now my grip strength is so bad.
Oh.
Like it's almost arthritic bad.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I went to get some cortisone injections today, and
which is when they were doing all that noise that made that I was stressed out.
When all the noise was happening, I went to get some cortisone injections, and let me tell you, if you would like to tip us, if you would like to maybe, I don't know, we're going to build out a studio, but
yeah, my daughter's husband is interested in building us a studio, and my daughter's already decided where it's going to be in the basement, which means a lot of work to clean out that nook.
Yeah.
Nook. Yeah, it used to be it was a breakfast nook was in there for a while, in storage until we gave it to Frank Jr. But yeah, we need money for that, and we need money for your arm.
Because I don't have insurance, as actors don't. The cortisone shots were almost $300.
Ooh. Well, I have a little bit of good news.
Yeah.
Today's episode is sponsored by Hutch and Howard.
Yeah.
And Bone Zones has renewed their
Bone
ads.
Zones, thank you.
So we'll have more Bone Zones ads moving forward. But
That's
we could
awesome.
also, I noticed that, remember that guy I told you about, we met him, Jason, the YouTube guy. Mm-hmm. I've been looking up his stuff. Mm-hmm. He puts out his email or Gmail address so you can PayPal him.
Oh.
like $1 or $10 or a
like,
tip.
hey, did you like what you saw today? Tip me.
Yeah. So we certainly do that in the improv world. We have a tip jar where you put
just
$1
put it right
in.
here?
Oh, yeah. You can put krishaandfrank@gmail.com. And I've been PayPaling more things since we started the podcast. Because I decided I have to buy opera tickets, and that's another story.
All right.
So I used PayPal. And then my wife wanted to donate to Artie's readathon at school. And she calls up and says, today's the last day, which is past now. And she says, you got it, but they take PayPal. Why don't you just PayPal them?
It's the future.
Well, there was stress there because with the credit card it says leave a message for Artie, or click and instantly pay with PayPal. I'm like,
but what do I do? How do I leave a message?
Well, fortunately, once I clicked through, they came back around to the part where we could leave a message about, hey, Artie, you're turning into a Rhedosaurus Rex, which is because he's reading a book about dinosaurs to his brothers in the video that they sent to promote it.
That's awesome.
And I'll have to show you this video because obviously they're telling him, okay, we're starting. And he starts reading and is reading the book. And then at some point he looks up and goes, oh, hi, family and friends. Hi, friends and family.
That child.
He's got it in his head that he has to look like, when he makes these videos, he likes to make it look like he didn't know it was coming.
Oh, hi. It would be like us just starting the podcast.
Yeah.
Like we do.
Like we do.
Yeah.
And like we mentioned, Hutch and Howard, let's chat a little bit about our friends Rob, Brandon, and their other team of realtors.
I actually just recommended Hutch and Howard to friends of mine who are looking for a house right now.
That's good.
And I said, hey, boy, do I have somebody for you.
Yeah, they stepped up. They contacted us.
Yeah.
The first thing when we announced the podcast and said, wait a minute, I want to reach the Krisha and Frank audience. And when you're looking for a house in and around East Tennessee, these are the guys, they've been at it for 10 years, and that's the key. A realtor who just...
You did it!
I've been practicing.
He said it!
A realtor who just... anybody can get their realtor license. I shouldn't say anybody, but a lot of people do.
Right, you can.
A lot of people get that, and they try, and they wonder if it's the thing for them. But not everybody sticks with it. Some of them are like, oh, it's hard work. It is very hard work, and Rob Howard... Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been at it the whole time. I've known him, I think, 10 years.
Yeah, and they've sold over 100 homes this year. They're also, they can sell your home, they can help you find a house, and that's what I was telling my friends. That she is very picky and very specific. She wants this, she wants that, she wants this. And I was like, and she knows exactly what area she wants to go to.
Yeah.
So I was like, hey, go to hutchandhoward.com, figure out which one is in the area that you want, and go buy a house.
Nice.
Yeah.
So let's hear the jingle from
Let's
Adeem
do
the
it.
artist.
Ooh.
If you're buying or selling your home, trust a professional, don't do it alone. From the sunflower fields to the Sunsphere Tower, there's a knowledgeable name. It's Hutch and Howard. It's Hutch and Howard.
So,
Welcome back.
hey everybody. So that explains all of our anxiety, I guess. No?
Well,
Yeah.
let me ask you this.
Yeah.
When the weather shifts, do you notice that the world becomes a little different? Like different critters come out.
Yeah.
The way you move through the world is a little. Do you notice?
Well, I know that I dislike fall and winter, so I get that anxiety, that pit, my feeling in my stomach that
I'm like, oh, here comes the.
that's just something. Well, like I said, that whole idea of closing the pool, and now I've got actually probably an extra hour a day that I don't have to go out and clean the pool.
But now, what are you gonna do?
It goes
Right.
away. The time fills in pretty quickly. It happens, but.
So have you noticed critters? Like any critters out here?
Well, there's something odd going on with a cat. Have you seen the orange cat?
Well, the fact that it's a cat means that there's always something odd going on.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw the orange cat when I was here the other day.
All right. Well,
It's so cute. It's like little and it's floofy.
Kind of is, but I'm not a cat person.
Right.
And I had to, as you know, cat sit.
You didn't have to. You kindly agreed.
I was
to
asked to
cat
cat sit
Right.
for our next door neighbor Nancy, And we'll show you. She gave me a lovely gift basket
So sweet,
of
Nancy.
Katniss
Yeah.
and things as thank you for taking care of Louis. And you pointed out that when we talked about it off air,
Yeah.
that I probably saved her a bundle by not.
Yeah, because if you have to board an animal, it's expensive.
Yeah, so by me going over there, back and forth, and in
Mm-hmm.
fact, the cat I think got attached to me, but I don't know because I'm not a cat person.
What you were its food person, and
So
that's
I
all
would,
they
but
live by.
I went over there, and he got to the point where he would not try to attack me, and he would do this with
Oh,
the
he
paws.
likes you.
Okay, and I would scratch his belly.
Yeah.
And one day I
that
had
is
to,
a vulnerable place for a cat, so that's pretty
okay.
great.
One day I had to go back over there, because the first couple of times he wanted to bite and claw and play
Mm-hmm.
like I was a ball of yarn, which I resemble sometimes. So but now I've got him to the point where I can scratch his belly. Well, I had to go back over there 3 times one day
Mm-hmm.
because I had opened the screen porch so we could go out and bake in the sun. It was a nice
Right.
day. And then I had to go back and close it.
Mm-hmm.
And then I realized when I get back over there what happened to my water. I had a bottle of bottled water,
Mm-hmm.
and I was drinking it while I was playing with the cat with the feather thing on a stick.
Yeah.
Well, I left it over there, and I left the cap off. I can remember exactly where I've left it,
Oh no.
like on the area where he likes to play. So I'm like, I better go back over there. So I go over there, I get the bottle, I put the cap on. I'm like, sorry, Louis. And and it was much warmer than today, so I've got on just a t-shirt and gym shorts and flip-flops, and I'm coming back out through the kitchen, and I'm leaving. I'm like, yeah, see you later. I've seen him 3 times.
Bye,
I mean,
Louis.
how much more goodbye do I need?
Right.
I've seen him 3 times. Well, like I'm a wounded antelope on the veldt, he
Oh yeah.
gallops across the kitchen.
Is it? Hey.
You knew this is real? This is a thing.
It's a thing.
I don't know where I've got to find the picture to show you of my leg.
Oh no, he came at you, huh?
Yeah,
That means he loves you.
are you serious?
I am serious.
'Cause
He loves you.
He jumped up and grabbed my leg like it was a piece of prime steak.
No, he loves you.
Okay, that's really?
Yeah.
All right, because I was concerned. I mean, here,
Oh goodness.
I took pictures of my injuries, and I felt, a little weird doing it. But
Oh man, he did come at you. Holy
I
moly.
don't know if those are teeth or claws.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
woo.
Yeah, he got a good.
No, he
this
got it
is the
good.
next day.
Can we just put it here?
Okay.
You can edit that, right?
Yeah, sure. I'm getting really good at it. That's the next day, because I thought it was. Oh my gosh, it's still there. The first day, it was blood was dripping down my leg, so I put some
Right. Well, I mean,
Neosporin on it.
like I guess so. I mean,
So
all right.
But so anyway, Nancy, the next door neighbor Nancy, said that occasionally Orange Cat would come over and talk to Louis through the screen. Louis is an indoor only cat. He
Right.
does not go outside. Orange Cat appears to be an outdoor mainly. I don't know who owns him.
Right.
I don't know why all of a sudden he's snooping around. I have
Well,
a theory.
because he knows that you're a cat person now.
I don't know. I also have a theory that the people behind us are moving out, which is another anxiety thing. So I wonder if they used to maybe
Feed him, and
now
he's out.
because think about what's directly between Louis and them is me, non-cat person.
Right, but now you are.
But I'm not.
You
Did
know he's on to you.
Did Louis tell them?
Louis was like, Psst, hey,
I didn't feed
I
Orange
got
Cat.
a new mark for you.
I didn't feed Orange Cat.
Louis was like, meow, meow, meow,
Well,
meow, 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 meow,
Orange Cat.
meow, 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 meow.
Can't, I've tried to make a video. It didn't come out very well of Orange Cat.
I kind of want him.
Yes.
I don't need a cat.
Well,
but-
Jerry doesn't want Orange Cat because Orange Cat has been sitting here outside the podcast porch meowing. I've got the den, that I use in there for my writing and production and editing. Well, you hear meow, and Orange Cat is up on the railing looking straight in at me through this open window.
Oh yeah, he's been told. Louis sold you out.
Well, Orange Cat came rubbing up against my legs.
Oh, you guys have a cat now.
No,
Oh, you
he's
have a
not.
cat.
Well, he's not been here in
What's
2 days.
his name?
Orange Cat, I guess. I
There
don't
you
know.
go. See, he's got a name.
No.
Jerry, y'all have a cat.
We don't have a cat.
Yeah.
But I mean, this is video. It just
Oh,
didn't
you
ca-
need a cat.
I don't like cats.
But you need
I'm
one.
not a cat person.
But you like
Krisha.
Louis.
Well, but Louis belongs to someone
But
else.
you're empty nesters.
Okay, Nancy, do not take this the wrong way. I said, I hope Nancy has a safe trip back. Because even though we've enjoyed cat sitting for Louis, But God forbid anything should happen to Nancy.
You don't want to be
I
cat
hope-
godparent?
I hope that she doesn't leave us the cat, and I hope, in fact, that what Nancy does is that she leaves the whole house to the cat, so that the cat can just continue living there. I mean, I would go over and feed it maybe, but
Yeah, I mean, people do that.
yeah. But here, I'm trying
You
to
need
show
a
you.
cat.
No,
Oh,
No.
orange
Look,
cat.
see, look at this.
it, he loves you.
this, yeah, he's
He's
going after
rubbing
me.
on your legs.
Look,
oh
he's-
my goodness.
He's doing the belly thing. These pictures didn't come out very well.
Oh,
'cause
Frank, you have a cat.
I'm just trying to.
You have a cat.
No,
I'm sorry, that
I
is
think-
your cat.
I think
You're
he moved-
already
I think-
making movies of it.
I think he moved away.
And he did not move
I
away.
think he's gone.
Orange cat.
All right. Well, in upcoming episodes, I probably should have done it on a Hutch and Howard episode where I could talk about the house behind me and the anxiety now that that's causing.
Yeah.
But we'll get to that story.
Oh, man.
And I guess we also have to get to the lovely gift basket that
Yeah.
that Nancy gave me
Look at that.
for taking care of
Look at how sweet
of
that
Louis
is.
Cat. And it's obviously she's been listening to the obvious that she's been listening to the podcast.
Black and white cookies, and this says Redneck Trail Mix Kit.
So in an upcoming episode, watch our cooking show.
And she even gave us little individual cups so we don't have to touch each other's germies.
All right, I'll save all this for tomorrow, and
All
we'll get
right.
right to it on the Krisha
Yeah.
and Frank show
Oh, I can't wait.
on the YouTubes at look for Krisha ANDFRANK. I guess I should have spelled Krisha of all the three words.
Krisha.
The end Frank is probably the easiest part.
And Frank.
Yeah. So,
That's a whole other podcast.
and like and share, and if you want to send $1 to the
Yeah.
tip jar, you just
Or
PayPal it.
if you just have spare cortisone shots laying around, I'll take that.
yeah.
Just jab it in there somewhere.
Yeah, if you want to trade out for spots over there, doctor, whomever.
Yeah. You know. All right. Have a good day.
Thank you so much. Bye.
I can't believe you have a cat.
I don't have a cat.